Hello, welcome everyone, family, friends, leaders, and entertainees. It's close to 10. I'm going to go ahead and get this night underway. I was hoping to be in bed by 10, but we're not quite finished yet. Interesting story on tonight's drink. Just as I mentioned before, I'll get straight on into this because I'm a little bit behind. But Evil Twin Brewing is our cans distributor or creator. Also teaming up with Jackie O's. I've only had a couple of their drinks, but I know that their line is pretty phenomenal. We have a Imperial Stout IPA. Imperial Stout IPA. Actually, doesn't even make sense. I guess it doesn't smell as thick and robust as a lot of creamy stouts tend to have. A little backbone on the story. So, guy from Evil Twin and a guy from Jackie O's team together, take the plunge into the deep Central Americas. Right? You have the Salvador, you got Guatemala, you got Mexico, all that down there in Central America. Nice little Amazonian type style of area. And the guys go and they have this nice weekend extravaganza. I'm allowed to butcher this story, by the way, as much as I wanted to. As much as I wanted to. The lady at Lizardville said I could. But essentially, they go down there and have a feast, like a ceremonial feast, with an amazing 3-course meal. And at the end of this 3-course meal, they are given a special Amazonian dessert. It's some sort of um, deep crusted cranial Swedish dessert. You could probably tell where the butchering comes into play. But essentially, it's interesting how they play the game where they have a few different desserts on a palette, and one out of every 5 of those desserts is mimicked with a chili based spiced dessert. So one of the desserts will be spiced. So in a game of roulette, you'll just choose one, and that will be your choice, essentially. That's how the beer was created, coming out very dark as expected. No real head. I don't really like to get too much of a head on the stouts. I like them poured nice and smooth. I don't think I'll have the privilege of choosing the odd one out. This one smells relevantly sweet, to be honest. Probably one of the more sweet stouts I've smelled. Now, this is obviously after my meal, so I'm pretty happy that I have like a dessert flavored drink to go with it. So, a little backbone just because it's their little story. This isn't very much, but here's how it kind of says it on the can. Inspired by a mind-blowing dessert created by a Nordic eatery. I thought I was going to say created by a Nordic eatery that popped up in the middle of the Mexican jungle. Pasilla mix chilies, honey, cocoa, nibs, and tangerine peel. It's wild. Oh yeah, baby. So yeah, I definitely smell the sweetness of the orange. I don't know how you get such a sweetness from a stout. Definitely cocoa in there. So powerful. Um, pleasantly sweet. Um, it goes like from a crisp to a full-bodied to a mellow sweet. And the mellow sweet isn't until you've actually taken the gulp and it gets into the body, it gets into the stomach. It kind of leaves a sweet lingering of a tangerine in there afterwards. but the cocoa is just all present inside the mouth as you drink it. A sweet hint of like it's like a peppermint cocoa when you smell it. I was kind of taken away. Wow. By the way, 12%. Oh my God. They're so powerful. But yeah, they're like I said, they're not my favorite, but this would be a slightly lighter packed punch. They I don't want to say typical or common because that's very subjective. But your I guess you would say typical Guinness. Now even Guinness has a very specific flavor. Um, I think this has more flavor, but it's obviously very different. It's just not porter like. It's not dark and damp. That does have the cocoa in there, but it's still a little bit sweet. It's still it's a little bit more forgiving than that of your typical milk stout, coffee stout, chocolate stout, whatnot. But yeah, so that just about wraps it up for the evening. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful, I believe, Veterans Day. Hats off to all those people that thankfully serve the world against those who destroy the world. Um, Always, thank you very much. I appreciate it. God bless. Bless yourselves and live expressively. Drink